Welcome back to another episode of Tips and Tricks with your favorite instructor, Danielle Shelton. And today I have the special and awesome Jeff Giorgi. How you doing, Jeff?
Wow, the special and awesome Jeff Giorgi.
Yes.
What an introduction. I wish I got an introduction like that all the time.
You deserve it. You deserve it. We met on LinkedIn and we've been linking ever since. And
We've
you
been
are
linking over
awesome.
LinkedIn. That's right. Yeah.
All right, Jeff. So what tips do you have for us today?
I think what I would suggest, this is more of like I say would fall in lines more about the methodology or the approach that student success has on students. And I'll give you a precise example, and this will be my tip and trick of the day. So we're working with a bunch of different schools, and typically they have what's called these drop-in centers, right? They have a time and a place, and obviously before COVID, right, they'd have a physical location, and they would have specific times and specific dates, specific days of the week where that drop-in session was available. So example, every Tuesday and Thursday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., right?
Okay.
Now, what we found is that by working with these schools, although they wanted to, obviously connect their students with their services, that's what we help them do. But what we suggested to them to say, hey, you can certainly have those times on Tuesday and Thursday, but what we suggest is give your staff autonomy, give them some flexibility, of course, with the ability for the administrators and the directors to oversee and have control for everybody's safety, and so that they can, intervene when need be. But at the heart of it is providing staff with more autonomy and flexibility. So I'll give you, and then I'll narrow down the example even a little bit more. So a particular school they were working with, they had these drop-in sessions early in the morning on Mondays or Tuesdays. And they kept saying to me, Jeff, we do not have the attendance rate. We do not have the engagement rate that we would want.
Right.
We're putting up signs in the hallways. We're blasting out emails, but students don't check emails. So they're like, we're trying our best. And I said, great. Well, it's not the signs that's the problem. It's not the emails. Well, text message would help. It's that you are forcing people to come to a place in a time that is not convenient for them. So no matter how amazing your service is, which I'm sure it is, right?
Right.
It's just not convenient for them.
If it's not convenient, it doesn't work.
What was interesting is that at the end, because we provide, of course, the some reporting and data and analytics on like, hey, what are the most popular times? What are the most popular locations? What are the most popular subjects and courses that students are seeking help with, et cetera, et cetera. So what they ended up finding was something really interesting, is that the busiest times was between 8 p.m. and midnight. So I said to them, you see, you have enough staff, right? They have like over 20 staff. So you have enough staff to give different, right? To give different times scattered throughout the week, and that your student, right? It's going to fit with your students. And then that also goes in with non-traditional students, right? How do we engage non-traditional students? Well, don't force them to come in at a time, maybe while they're working, right? Give them, so, if Susie, the tutor, puts her availability at 1 a.m. or midnight, and students can join and get the help they need, and Susie's, she's a night owl and that's what she does, and students are meeting up with her then online, and it's working and it's great, keep doing that, right? So that would be my tips and tricks.
You know what? And I think that's super important, because I have found when and I did this maybe 2 months ago with City College, I was holding Zoom meetings and I was like, I don't understand why my students, and it was just like tutorials, if you need help, log in. If there's an assignment you don't understand, log in. And I kept saying, like, I don't understand why they're not tuning in. And then I keep getting emails saying I need help. But if I'm having sessions and you're sending me emails, then why aren't they on the sessions? Right. But I found out it was because I was picking a time that was convenient for me, but it was not convenient for them. So it didn't even matter that I was offering the service, because I wasn't picking a time that was convenient for them. And then it dawned on me like, duh, when do you do work for that school? I normally do work for that school between 8, 9, 10, sometimes 11 o'clock at night. That's probably when my students are working as well. So why not move the time to something later that's convenient for them?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's awesome. That's like worth its weight in gold because it's super important for students. Do you
Yes.
have any final words for us, Jeff, before we close out?
Any final words? Well,
Final words.
any final words? Well, I guess my final words would be thank you to you, thank you to everyone that has been supporting us, that has been liking our content, sharing, people that help me refer to others, right? And we are continuing to evolve. And as you know, Danielle, we have evolved beyond tutoring. We now have our higher ed, our holistic higher ed solution called Quad C, right? Quad meaning the
Quad
central
C.
point,
Nice.
and then C, 4 C's, because we're all about helping students and staff and faculty connect, communicate, collaborate, and consolidate.
Nice. Love that. All right. This has been another episode of Tips and Tricks with Danielle Shelton and Jeff Giorgi. We'll see you guys later.
See you next time.